Hello. As I'm not a medical doctor or professional in the field, please don't take any of this information for any medical advice. Don't use this information during emergencies for your physical health and for your mental health. This video is just to help expand your thinking patterns. I'm just speaking from what my truth feels like, but you can take this knowledge however you feel. Please enjoy this video, and I hope you take something beneficial out of it. Thank you. Enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this. I hope you're all doing well. For this video, I want to talk about self-compassion. What I mean for self-compassion is that it's not really a well-known term. It is well-known, but when I ask people, friends, family, what self-compassion means to them, they kind of draw a blank or they give you an answer that I didn't expect. But that's okay, as we're all humans. It's a learning process. So self-compassion is basically showing self-love, understanding, and kindness to yourself during your painful moments, when you're angry, or if you're suffering, if you're worried, if you make a mistake and then you're hard on yourself. Self-compassion is really good for you when you're hard on yourself. So with self-compassion, you will become a better person the more you show self-compassion. So when you practice self-compassion more often, you become better at it. You become like a master over the years or over the situations, however you are. But with self-compassion, it changes you personally as well, as you become better at understanding who you are and just changing your behaviors as a whole. So you take accountability. You recognize your behavior, your mistakes. You don't dwell, with self-compassion, you don't dwell, oh, why did I do this? I'm such an idiot. So you don't do that. You don't put yourself through suffering, because suffering is basically like thinking about the thoughts that are not useful to you and that are damaging. So with self-compassion, you eliminate suffering, but yet you improve yourself personally as you're aware of your behavior, and then you make a promise or a thought process like, okay, for next time I'm going to do better by doing this, this, and this. So it's like a contract to yourself, more likely. Talk to yourself like you talk to a kid or your best friend. You won't say, oh, you're such an idiot, like, why'd you do that? You normally wouldn't say it to a friend or a kid. Hopefully you don't. But you say, oh, I get what you're saying, but if I were you, I would have done this better, like this way. You don't say, like, their situation wasn't bad. You're just trying to help guide them. So help guide yourself. Another thing is, though, as we're humans, no one knows you better than you, which means that no one knows all your flaws more than you do. Because we see all our flaws, or we call them our flaws, subjective thinking, you're hard on yourself. Let's say your friends just see the outside, like, flaws. Let's say you lose your cool often. Your friend's going to see that, but they're not going to see the hurtful thoughts that you may have, the judgments. Let's say you judge someone mentally. Your friend's not going to see or hear your mental judgment thoughts. So what we do, though, we see everything that we do because we just know who we are, typically. We just know what we do in our human experience. But with that saying, though, that's why we're our worst critics, because we know all our flaws. With that noted, though, show compassion with those flaws that you have. No one is perfect, and no one will ever be perfect. Because as a human experience, this is all a process of just a big learning lesson. From birth to the end, we're continuous learning. We're not going to be perfect at anything. We can become masters, but we'll never be perfect at everything. So with self-compassion, it shifts your whole body language, your whole mental thought processes. So when you're hard on yourself, you're thinking negative, which creates a negative environment within you and around you. With self-compassion, you show a positive environment within you and outside of you. As you show support, understanding, kindness, and love, you still take accountability, but you don't feel the hurt, the suffering, and you don't feel upset. You may feel upset a little bit because you did something, but it won't make you suffer. So the best part is that as you're aware of what you've done, you can improve yourself. With self-compassion, like, you make a contract to yourself of improvement, and like the more you do this, you keep being a better person than yesterday. And that's what this whole journey is just being a better person than you were yesterday. Self-compassion is a great way to help you accomplish that. Overall, self-compassion is very beneficial. There's no negative anything about it. You don't lose anything. You actually gain positive aspects personally. It helps you be aware of who you are becoming, and it just helps you become more aware of your thought process. When you're more aware of your thought process, you get more control of your emotions, and when you get control of your emotions, you get control of your behavior. So the more you're aware of your thinking, the more aware of your emotions and your behavior. I hope this video helped you understand what self-compassion is and how to show yourself self-compassion, and that you bring these techniques into your future situations. I wish the best for you guys, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.